From memory lane to the memories I'm making today. I've always known that Meghan Markle was a big fan of mood boards. After all, that's why she had her mood board imagining what life would be like as a princess in the British royal family. But now we have Meghan's mood board for as ever released to the world on Instagram. And what I find so fascinating is the fact that the way Meghan Markle looks at herself runs totally contrast to the way that actually she treats people in everyday life. But let me show you some of the highlights of this mood board. There's the emerald green tie-dyed paper star, which had Archie written on it in bold black ink, along with some swirls and doodles, apparently made by Archie himself. So yet again, the child is being pimped out to promote the Netflix show. Then we have the notes. And these notes are not only cringe, but they just are not at all like the real dictator duchess in high heels. But this is how Meghan thinks she is viewed, despite bullying staff to the point of mental breakdowns. You cannot make everybody happy. You are not a jar of Nutella. Well, yes, she hasn't made many people happy, I guess, lately. Not to spoil the ending for you, but everything is going to be okay. Happiness looks gorgeous on you. I love you with all my butt. I would say heart, but my butt is bigger. Certainly not lately for Meghan, given the amount of Ozempic she's on, but that's another story. Stay close to the people who make you feel like sunshine. Oh, goodness, this has to stop. This has to stop. I mean, Angela Levin, my royal mastermind, of course, Prince Harry's biographer. What makes me so annoyed about this is it's just not at all what Meghan is like. This idea that she's this ray of sunshine.
All right, let's start with the basics. Meghan Markle's new mood board for her, as ever, brand is packed with cryptic, self-indulgent nonsense. We've got handwritten notes, doodles, and strange symbols. An emerald green tie-dyed paper star with air written on it. Swirls and doodles apparently made by Archie himself. A painting of her dog, because why not? But here's what really stands out. There are subtle nods to her time in the royal family. Why include what looks like an embroidered piece from the palace? Why is she posting cryptic phrases that sound like messages to the royals? Why are fans saying there's a hidden reference to Prince William? And folks, this is where it gets weird.
Yeah, I mean, she's phony. We know she's phony anyway. And these little bits on her wall are sort of mean nothing. They're just silly things that make her happy. But, you know, why has she got a peacock there? It's not a very good picture. Does she feel that she's a mother peacock, and unlike a male one, she's got loads and loads of feathers and organizes things? I don't know. She's got serviettes on there as well. Is that something she's taken from when she was in the palace, because it looks as if it's been embroidered? I don't know. It's very odd. Her and her dog, that painting which you just showed with Harry, her and dog. It's all fantasy, isn't it? It's actually, this is what would happen one day. And of course it doesn't, because she's not that type of person. But she has got the dog because she's in charge of everything, really. It just goes on and on. You cannot make everybody happy. Harry, it looks gorgeous on you. I don't know what that was, but that's also there. I think that people feel like sunshine is very funny, because actually she's quite a spiteful woman, and she actually makes people tries to make people do exactly what she wants. So to sort of be very friendly with people who make you feel like sunshine, I don't know if she finds any, really, because she drops people, she argues with people, she has to be in charge, she can't bear to have anybody sort of running something if she's not. I think she's a great bundle of anxiety, actually. And also her extraordinary thing of from farm fresh eggs, carrots two ways, and sweet treats. This is done in beautiful writing because she did learn how to be a great writer. It's up there, top left. Now, would anybody spend time to do that? I can't see that, but anyway, that's what she's done. But the whole thing is a mess, isn't it? But I don't think
it's a total mess. But Angela, guess what? It's also ripped off. So you know how she has not only stolen this As Ever brand name from the New York clothing store. I revealed yesterday that there's also an As Ever photography company as well. Now look at what they posted on their Instagram. A mood board, very similar looking mood board, and they said, since Meghan Markle and Netflix started using my biz name of 12 plus years, the least they could do is maybe hire me as a brand photographer. But of course she won't do that. It's the type of thing she should do, but she won't do it.
He'll take away some of what she's doing. So she wouldn't want that. She doesn't want to make a good life for anybody else. It's all about her, isn't it? I mean, I think she's just getting worse and worse. And you'd think that as she got older, she would behave better. But I think she's actually behaving worse. That's quite intolerable.
I know, and that's really saying something. But look, I wanted to come to the whole concept of the mood board and Meghan Markle, Angela, because this is very significant to me, and I'll explain why. Meghan Markle is a mood board woman. She has used mood boards throughout her life to try and predict and show where she wants to get to. And she previously, in her pre-Prince Harry life, even had a mood board speculating on how she could join the royal family. Now, it was Megyn Kelly who first revealed this on my old GB News show. I'll show that to you in just a moment. But remember, this is the first confirmation we've now had from Meghan that she is a mood board woman. So have a look at what Megyn Kelly told me, and I'll get you to react off the back. Oh, neither am I. Neither am I.
By the way, it's not for nothing, Dan, but I have it on very good authority now that she had a whole vision board of her life with the royal family and of the royal family themselves and Prince Harry when she was married to husband number one. Happened to have a good source on that. That's the woman, the global icon.
So she planned this all along. That's what it comes down to. Well, fascinating insights. So look, Megyn Kelly there called it a vision board, Angela, but it's the same thing.
Yes. It's extraordinary, isn't it? I have to confess that I've never known anyone who's got one. And if I put things on the fridge, they're really just rubbish to remind me to do something. I don't look for a load of little sayings to help me on my way. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Perhaps she doesn't want to talk to anybody about it. This is what she feels inside, and this is her aim. So she takes bits of paper and the odd serviette and tries to imagine things. But it just looks such a big mess. I don't know how that can help you clearly think what you want to do. And in any case, what's the point of doing that? I can't imagine.
But Angela, there is some serious weirdness on this new mood board as well, which we have to discuss. So look at this from Meghan's mole, asking, why did Meghan Markle include a photo of herself kissing Prince William on her mediocre vision board? Oh, it's supposed to be Harry. But actually, when you do look at that picture of him with Catherine, it is very, very similar to the picture on the mood board. So certainly an odd one.
Yeah, well, she obviously fancies him, as she did from the time she saw him, particularly knowing that he had a much more money than Harry. And she was very disappointed with how much he was worth. And she did. That's why I think, partly at least, is why she dislikes Catherine and does her best to put her down, which is completely dreadful. But
I know, but Angela, how twisted is it though to include this little reference on a mood board, which she then posts for the world to see, including her husband? It's so weird.
How can she how this is something she's desperate about. She needs it. She's got lots and lots of needs. So this is a need. She feels perhaps drawn sexually to him. And so she puts this up and she can see it and think, if only. It's just, she's a very odd woman. And I think what she's doing is unpleasant and ridiculous. But why does she want to show it now, all of a sudden?
Now let's talk about the Meghan William theory. Angela Levin suggests Meghan had her sights on William before settling for Harry. He was obsessed with Princess Diana growing up. She wrote about wanting to be a princess long before she met Harry. She researched the royal family more than she admitted. Folks, does anyone believe that? She knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't just falling in love. She was plotting her way in. And now, years later, she's still posting cryptic nods to royal life? And here's what really makes this suspicious. Why no? Why, after years of trashing the royal family, does she suddenly post nostalgia-filled content? Is she trying to remind the world what she lost? Folks, this is not normal behavior.
Is a different question. I don't think Harry would like that, but of course it doesn't matter anymore. And why does she do it now? It's an invasion of her privacy,
Well, of
which
course.
she's very happy to have.
Oh, of course.
I don't understand that.
But this mood board also actually, Angela, shows how much she has regressed. So also look at this from Meghan's mole. Nice to see Meghan Markle include old photos taken by Marcus Anderson on her Pinterest board from her defunct TIG website. Meghan left royalty to go back to being a half-assed influencer who doesn't influence a damn thing. And it is extraordinary, isn't it, that she would choose this photograph to go on that mood board, given everything that's come before, that's come since.
Yes, it's very odd. I mean, the TIG fascinates me because all it is a woman who's suggesting that you take a cup of tea or a plate or a whole load of silly things. And that was her satisfaction. So to complain, as she has done, about the royal family stopping her because you can't make money on being a royal. So she had to stop it just before she got married in 2018. Now, how can you compare being a member of the royal family, having lots of beautiful clothes, money to go and visit interesting people, but actually she moans and groans now that she doesn't like the fact that she was stopped using the TIG, and she's so pleased to use it now. I mean, can you imagine anybody else who would want such a thing? It's a nothing, isn't it? It seems completely daft to me, but perhaps she is really very isolated in herself, and she just wants to be in charge and to be responsible for something. And she messes up most things, so she likes to be in charge of what she's got. And the TIG.
I know, but now Angela, they're trying to brief to People magazine. Oh, the logo was intentionally designed as a tribute to Prince Harry. It's like, no, it wasn't. Just stop this madness.
Well, that's disgusting, actually, to pinch something from a little place in Spain and presumably know very well that they can't afford to take you to court or anything like that. I mean, she's a copy person, isn't she? She's not someone who creates things. She sees something and thinks it's great, whether someone else's clothes, whether someone else's anything, and she wants to take it and make it her own. But that's not, Harry couldn't care less about something like that. I don't think he's very interested in what the shape is and what the design is. And in any case, it's nothing to do with him, is it? It's her that's going to use that, not Harry. He's not part of it at all.
Now here's the real takeaway from all of this. Hollywood is officially over Meghan Markle. Every attempt at a rebrand flops harder than the last. Her, as ever, brand is vague and directionless. Her Netflix deal is failing. Even Hollywood elites don't want to be associated with her anymore. And here's the thing. This mood board stunt proves Meghan still thinks she's the main character. He wants to control the narrative. He wants people to talk about her. She wants to remind the royal family that she could have been something more. And honestly, people are tired of it.
I know. It's just quite extraordinary, the whole thing, though, that he is now just a little pawn in her weird mood board game with the old sultry pictures of Meghan from the Tig and the picture of her looking like she's kissing Prince William. Weird. The problem for Harry, though, in America just gets worse, Angela, because it looks like some of these court documents are going to be released. I'll come to that in just a moment. But first, Nigel Farage just openly mocking Prince Harry on stage in Washington, D.C. at the CPAC conference. And Harry, Angela, is actually booed by the American audience. Watch this.
And we very often follow you. American trends we tend to follow. You occasionally follow some of our trends. I mean, you gave us woke. And we gave you Prince Harry. No, you keep him.
Angela, goodness. I thought Nigel was hilarious.
I think that's not very adult, and I think that it's completely unnecessary. I think he can talk about him in a straightforward way, but if you try and get everybody booing, a great load of adults booing about somebody, whatever they've done, I don't think that that's good behaviour. Sorry.
That's why you're a lovely woman, Angela. You're much nicer than me. Because I just was sitting there thinking, I love it. But look, I guess it was an easy applause line for Farage.
Yes, I mean, I'm not particularly nice. I can be completely difficult. But I just don't think that a man like him, who's got a lot of our respect and is doing very well and cares very much about us, should actually try and get loads of people. Let's see, Douglas Trump's fan conference. I don't think he should have missed that. I don't like that at all, really. He's so dignified in some things. We need him so much. He's coming out ideas. He works very hard. So don't behave like a street urchin.
Meghan Markle's mood board is another desperate stunt. Subtle nods to Prince William? Creepy and unnecessary. Hollywood is done with her and the public isn't buying the act. At what point does she just move on from the royal family? At some point, even Meghan has to realize she can't keep riding the royal wave forever. People aren't falling for the PR games anymore. This latest rebrand? Is Meghan Markle still obsessed with the royal family? Is this another desperate attempt to stay relevant? Like, share, and subscribe for more.